Hey, this is NickTheGreek,
And this is Cadoink.
and this is
Teamcraft. Yeah. So, this is Teamcraft, another one of our series here at CadoinkStudios. This is our third ever video, and a lot of pinging going on at this time. But let's introduce the players. Here on the bottom right-hand position, we have TheWolfMan, the red Terran player.
not a Wolfman, the Wolfman.
TheWolfMan. The one, the only. TheWolfMan. And then his partner is the blue Protoss player, Hypernova. That is probably the sweetest name, Hypernova.
And you could have picked like Docile Nova.
Yeah, or even, Supernova, but no, this is Hypernova. This makes Supernovas look like just a little flashlight blinking. That annoying little light. I know you have it on your laptop.
Just keep introducing. Just keep introducing.
Okay. Then in the top right position we have the purple Zerg player, NickTheGreek, our hero NickTheGreek, purple Zerg, and we have myself, Cadoink, the teal Terran player. So this is a TZvTP, if you want to call it such a thing. Yeah.
So we've got a little scouting going on. We see that the teal Terran is scouting off and trying to check out what's going on. Scouting in a 2v2 is a really good idea. Scouting is a wonderful thing, so you can look around, make sure everything's going normal. You don't get any unexpected surprises. You want to be able to prevent any kind of early harassment, especially because you can do a double rush, which, if both your teams rush, it can really mess up a plan and cause you just to cry.
Yeah, and you can see little things like this pylon going down here. If this pylon had been something else, like maybe a barracks up in this corner, then we would suspect some sort of early aggression. That's a supply depot, I'm sorry. But if we did see a barracks or anything like that, we could detect that. And we do see a wall for the Terran and Protoss players right now. We see a tech lab coming out, so we're not going to see that early of an aggression. If we do, it will probably have marauders, something like that.
So now, the Zerg is probably getting ready to expand. Not too long, and the Terran is working up. So when you see a Terran and a Protoss, I'm generally thinking it's probably not going to be a big old bio ball. It's probably going to be some kind of mech and bio mix, and you're going to have to worry about any kind of high-tech units.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of siege tanks, as well as colossi for the Protoss player. However, in the early game, there could be some bio-ballage, as they're going to have to take some time to tech, especially if they're not doing any expansions, which we don't see at this time, other than NickTheGreek's expansion here at the right position. He is going to need to take down these destructible rocks, but I do like how he has his observer here scouting out, making sure that there isn't any kind of Reaper play running into the back of his base to do any damage. And back in Cadoink's base, we do see 3 barracks going down, so 4 barracks now. So it's seeming to be an early aggression, an early kind of bio ball sort of play from Cadoink.
Yeah, with that turtling happening over there, a little bit of that blocking off, they can really build up some units and prevent any kind of quick rush. But that can work against you if you let the other team expand too much, and they can get too many units. They can just really overcome that. But now we have the Zealots running out without any of the Terran's forces, so this could be an interesting move.
Yeah, they might not suspect any units. However, it could be dangerous for the blue Protoss player, because it is just his one army against Cadoink and NickTheGreek's combined 2 armies. However, there aren't a lot of units out for Cadoink or NickTheGreek. We do see a lot of Zerglings in the running in, but he's running these units back instead of running forward like they should be. Finally moving them forward to do some damage, but the Zealots were able to pick off the Zerglings really quickly, and now it's only 3 Marines and a Marauder against 4 Zealots, and the Marine count is dwindling down, and it looks like Cadoink and NickTheGreek are in a lot of trouble, as there are a lot of Zealots on the field attacking, killing these Marauders as well as this Marine, and then they're going to be able to go right up into Cadoink's mineral line and destroy all the SCVs, or these barracks, which they are attacking right now.
This kind of early harassment, this kind of early just destruction of a force is really going to hurt the game in the long run. NickTheGreek and Cadoink will have a hard time coming back from this, though NickTheGreek did get off a nice little mess of those little Zerglings doing some damage, but not really a whole lot of anything. You know, if you spread them out and you don't get a good surround on a couple of those Zealots, you're going to have some problems. Now you're seeing that the workers are trying to back away, but the Zealots have made a little wall and prevented any kind of movement, though the workers were A-clicked, that way they could attack if they ran into any problems, and it seems that they were destroyed, all the Zealots, except for that one last one, so that did done. Now, the thing is, where's the econ as far as Cadoink goes? Non-existent.
Yeah, we do see 0 minerals, now up to 120 thanks to this mule in the income tab, as well as no gas. Actually, we do have 1 SCV on the gas, so they really crippled Cadoink, and he's not going to be able to produce that many units. And although they held off the attack, I don't know what else they can do. Luckily, NickTheGreek does have this expansion, which he really needs to be saturating at this time, and they really should gear up to just kind of protect themselves as well as get their economy back on track so they can hold off the next attack.
Now what the bottom team should be doing, if they're a smart team, which I believe that they are, is they're going to beef up units. They did an attack, and then when they ran out of units, they didn't keep attacking in a small trickle fashion. They waited to build up a new burst of units. That burst of units right now that you're seeing go isn't as big as I think I would have let it get when they come back, and we're going to see if that comes to bite them in the rear.
Yeah, that's a very poor decision by the blue Protoss player. Really, when you're in a position of advantage.
And look at that Zealot running off there. What's he doing?
Yeah, that's just like an A clicking and his kind of AI running off in one direction. But as I was saying before, when you really cripple your opponent, you should really just kind of hold back and expand. Don't try to go for that killing blow, because sometimes you overextend yourself, as we see he might be doing at this time, as this force will not be able to pick off this amount of Banelings and Marines and Marauders. So it's a really good idea. Oh, we do see a counterattack. Oh no, not a counterattack. He's just having to run from this base, and they are going to see these units. Maybe even draw them up the ramp where they'll be able to get attacked, but no, he's able to pull back. But oh, look at this. We do see a lot of Hellions on the field for the Red Terran player. That's going to do a lot of damage against these Zerglings and Marines.
Now those Banelings, hopefully, if micro correctly, will go straight for those Hellions, but we're going to see that they're not. They're going to get picked off early by the siege tanks and by that wonderfully placed shield. Not even seeing those Banelings are going to try to go for those tanks. Those tanks are going to back away and click. They're going to get microed away, those Banelings, and you see major damage due to that shield being an obstruction in the middle of their forces.
Yeah, and with those tanks coming in, it was very wise of him to wait for the tank to come in, and now they're able to kill all of Cadoink and NickTheGreek's units, and they're going to come in and be able to pick off the rest of Cadoink's base. I don't see what Cadoink or NickTheGreek can do in this sort of situation, as there are a lot of siege tanks on the field that luckily do not have siege mode. And we even see some mules being spawned down to repair the siege tanks. And oh, this is just looking bad for Cadoink at this time. And there's the GG from Cadoink. NickTheGreek moving some roaches in to try to do some damage, but it's just not going to be enough. And, that's the end of that game.
I want to cry again.
Oh, Nick, it's okay. It's okay to lose. We might have another win coming up in the future. We should play some more, practice some more, work on our early game harassment. It's very good to see your losses and to see what kind of things you need to work on, and obviously those kind of early Zealot plays is something that we tend to struggle against, and it's something that we'll work on in the future.
So what should we have done to, what could we do to prevent and help the listeners out there prevent any kind of early Zealot onslaught?
Well, you saw in the beginning of the game he put down 2 barracks, and I might have lost some Marine production or Marauder production in that process, because you know I put 300 minerals into that, and that 300 minerals is kind of an investment into the future, and we didn't have the future, we had the now, and that was when we were attacked, so I should have had more units. And on your end, you should have produced more units as well. We should have just scouted that a little bit earlier and just had better defenses, maybe even a bunker at the front of our base, and a little bit better micro by me running your Zerglings back, so that the Marines can do a little damage on the Zealots before the Zerglings get to the Zealots. These are the sort of things that lost us the game, and the sort of things that we'll work on improving in the future.
Yeah, because I don't like crying.
Yeah, Nick, it's not good to cry, but it is good to lose. You learn from losses.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video. I bet that you thought, wow, that was a really lame game. So if you think you have any better games of your own, you should email them.
Yeah, you can email them to CadoinkReplays@gmail.com. cadoinkstudios@gmail.com. Again, cadoinkreplays@gmail.com. And we will watch them and we will cast them if they're good. And remember to make them team games if you want them to be on Teamcraft. If you send me a 1v1, it won't be on Teamcraft, but it may be casted as just a 1v1 replay.
What if I want to send you a 3v3 or a 4v4?
Then that's perfectly fine. If it's a team game and it's not a custom game, it's got to be a team game, then you can send it to us and we'll cast it. 3v3s, 4v4s, the lot.
And if you loved this video or thought it was okay or really hated it but love things you hate, then you should probably subscribe or leave a little comment in the below section or maybe like it.
Yeah, like the video, and definitely comment. We'd like to see what you think. We'd like to see what kind of things we can do better and make this more enjoyable for you. And we're going to keep making videos, and we love making videos, and we hope you love watching them.
Tell your friends.
And your family.
My mom doesn't play StarCraft.
You know what, but she should. The whole world should get into StarCraft. StarCraft is so much fun, and we enjoy playing it. So.
This has been Nick the Greek.
And Cadoink.
And this is
Teamcraft. Here at Cadoink Studios. We will see you guys later.
Peace out.